everybody, Articulation here, and welcome to my unboxing review of the NECA 8-inch retro cloth, the John Carpenter's The Fog, Captain Blake. Super excited about this. This is another one of the retro cloth figures that I originally skipped on because I didn't collect the retro cloth figures when this figure came out. And I'm super happy that I get to come back and check it out now because I absolutely love John Carpenter's The Fog, and it's super exciting to have another figure from a John Carpenter movie. So definitely really excited about this. And this figure even features LED light up eyes, which I am definitely looking forward to checking those out. So with that being said, let's take a closer look at the packaging. And here we have the packaging, and let's take a closer look. So we have an absolutely awesome picture of John Carpenter's The Fog here, and let's see who made this one, shall we? Let's see here. Artwork done by Devin Whitehead and Cavity Colors. So shout out to Devin Whitehead and Cavity Colors for this absolutely amazing The Fog print. That is absolutely awesome. We have ages 17 and up. It looks like Devin even signed it right there. Good for you, man. Warning, choking hazard. We have NECA. We have the figure in the packaging right there. The Fog at the top. On the back of the box, we have our obligatory product shots. Features LED light up eyes, tattered fabric, cutlass, and a scabbard. And we do have a nice bio right there. If you would like to read that, go ahead, pause this video and read it on up. And we also do have a couple things right here telling you how to use the LED light up eyes. So with that being said, let's get this figure opened up and take a closer look at that backing card, but most importantly, take a look at the figure itself. And here is the backing card, and holy crap, this might be one of the coolest ones. Yeah, I mean, look at that awesome ghost ship in the background. How cool is that? That is so awesome. We do have an awesome picture of the boat from the movie right there. That looks so cool. The other crew members in the back there, that's super cool. And Captain Blake right there with the sword. That looks absolutely awesome. This is a very cool one. Okay, so the Captain Blake figure does have one twist tie at the on the bottom here, and one at the top here. Always be careful when you're doing this with retro cloth figures because you definitely don't want to cut their clothes. And it doesn't look like there's anything at the top, so we can pull them out. And ooh, this is looking like a very nice retro cloth figure. So there he is. Let me get a focus. There we go. And we do also have the accessories in the packaging right there. Alrighty, and here is Captain Blake. Opened up the packaging, and right off the bat, I do really like this figure. However, we got to talk about that LED light up feature. We got to talk about that. But let's start off by taking a look at the head sculpt, which is just phenomenal. I can safely say this has got to be one of the best 8-inch retro cloth head sculpts ever. If I could get a focus, there we go. Look at that beautiful head sculpt. Look at the beard, the nose, the purple like lines going around, the shading, amazing. The red transparent eyes, which of course is for the LED light up feature. And if we flip them around, here is the compartment for the LED light up feature. And to turn on the LEDs, what you got to do is just flip this switch. It's kind of difficult to do though. There we go. You gotta flip that switch and boom, there are your LED. Now, let's talk about these LEDs for a second, because when I got this guy out of the box, the LEDs were not functioning properly. What I did was I unscrewed. So when I got this out of the box, I took the tab out and I tried to flip the switch and nothing was happening. So I unscrewed this screw, pulled it off, and there was the batteries. And what I did was, after it took me a little while to get it working, but at the end, what happened was I pulled the batteries out just a little tiny bit, and I had this on, and I kept messing with the batteries, although it doesn't. Oh yeah, there we go. So I kept messing with the batteries while this was on until I saw it turn on stably, and it was stationary on. It wasn't turning off or like flickering or anything. And then right when I got it like that, I put the cover back on, and I'm hopefully never gonna have to mess with it ever again, because that was really annoying. But like I said, just pull the batteries out just a little bit, and that should solve it. I'm not saying it will 100%, but it solved it on my copy. So I don't know, man. That's not the best design. It should come installed properly. Personally, I think that it should definitely come installed properly. But now that we've talked about that, the LED light up feature is awesome. Like, let me say, I love the light up feature. That is amazing. That is such an awesome thing to include. See how it's flickering right now? Definitely don't want to mess with that too much. So definitely just be careful with it. Don't mess with it too much. But yeah, really awesome feature nonetheless. I do really like it. We just gotta turn them off just like that. Now, moving down to the torso, and holy crap, look at the detail work on this guy, man. Look at all the tattered clothes and the strap right here. Awesome, awesome weathering going on. And also, look at the sleeves as well. We gotta bring these sleeves up so we can take a look at these. Look at those sleeves, man. Those are awesome, all ripped up and torn open. Look at all the tattering going on here. And then the hands and then the arms underneath them are even sculpted too. Check that out. You don't usually get sculpting on the forearms for retro cloth figures, but this is absolutely phenomenal. The like mummy bandages going around here, how cool is that? And then the hand as well. The hands are super kind of lanky actually. He's got kind of lanky skinny fingers which are really creepy and really awesome at the same time. Moving down back to the waist here, really awesome, well done here. We do have a nice little patch here, which is just it's just a patch, doesn't do anything else. Nice little well actually I thought it was a strip, but no, it's just part of the outfit though. Really awesome nonetheless. We do have the same another hand going on over here with his gripping hand for his sword, I assume. One thing to note is that the upper part of the forearms does not look to be anything sculpted up there. That just looks to be painted plastic. So definitely keep that in mind, so you don't want to bring the arms too much because that could look ugly. So yeah, very cool there. And then the legs, he does have these awesome things going on with the legs. These like metal, and these are actually plastic, which is pretty awesome. And then he does have the boots right there. And he does have the boots right there as well, which is really freaking cool. And this one actually looks like it has better joints in the feet here. You can see these look like metal pins actually, which is pretty awesome. I don't know if they actually are. There is some kind of ratcheting to that as well. Or actually, no, this back piece just stops it when you get to that point right there, as you can see right here. You can see right here, when you get this back, it stops it. So you don't actually have to worry about this one falling back, which is a constant problem with the retro cloth figures. Falling forward, still pretty good as well. It takes a little bit of force to actually get the foot to move forward. So that is absolutely awesome. That is definitely a compliment on the figure's part here. Now let's make sure the LEDs still work, shall we? Yep, nice. Really awesome. God, that looks fantastic. So, all right, let's take a look at our accessories, shall we? So you don't get a ton of accessories with this guy, but the first one you get is you do get the sheath for his sword right here, and this is absolutely beautifully done. Check this out. It is solid. It's not like a pliable plastic, which I was kind of expecting it to be a pliable plastic. It is solid, and it is really beautiful. It has a peg right here, and I think I figured out by looking at the packaging that the way this goes onto the figure is you just got to move the arm out of the way here, and if you look down here at this little strip, there's a peg hole right there, and you can just clip in the sheath right here, and you can super glue this in if you want, which I probably will end up doing. But I don't know, it's kind of difficult. Let me see if I can widen that hole up a little bit, because it doesn't look to be big enough to actually get that in there. So let's move this arm up and let's try and widen this hole up a little bit, because it doesn't look like you can actually get that in there standard. So let's widen that hole up a little bit. That should do it. And then pop in the sheath. And actually, I don't think you're ever going to need to super glue this in, because once you get this in, it is going to be very difficult to get out. Yeah, this thing is solid in there. So yeah, there you go. And put it at an angle right there. And boom, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you have the sheath, which is pretty cool. And we'll bring this forward a little bit. And boom, there you go. There you have the sheath for Captain Blake right there. Let's get a focus in on that. Yeah, very nice. Definitely completes the look, I feel. But the other accessory you get, of course, is the sword or the cutlass. Really awesome. Love the way this looks with the handguard down here. I'm a sucker for handguards on weapons, man. I love them. But yeah, this thing is dope. I love the way this looks. The blade looks awesome. Nice weathering on the blade. Looks kind of rusty. Really awesome. Love the way this looks. And then a nice little design on the hilt right here. We can get a focus in on that. Oh, man, come on. Okay, I can't get it to focus, but it does look really awesome. I do like the little nub right there. That looks super cool. And if we bring in the figure, let's have a look here. So I'm sure we can get this in the hand on this gripping side right here. Let's take a look. It looks like we're just gonna have to work it in there and get the grip guard around the fingers, or the hand guard around the fingers right there. Ooh, looks like it might be a little bit difficult. So yeah, you can just get it in the hand just like that. It is actually a little bit loose fitting in there, as you can see here. It's not like the most stable fit in the world, but the grip guard kind of keeps it from actually being able to fall out of the hand. So that is pretty nice right there. But we can also take it out of the hands just like that, and we could of course stick it in the sheath right here. And boom, it goes right in there, and that is pretty awesome. I don't know if I'm actually going to display him with it in his hand or in the sheath right there. That is absolutely awesome. But there you go, those are all the accessories with the Captain Blake figure. Now for articulation. Okay, so the head kind of frightens me, I'm not gonna lie. The LED light up feature, yeah, it still works, that's really good. So the head is on a ball joint, but as you can see here, the movement is like less than none. Let me actually focus it on there. But yeah, as you can see here, the movement is like less than none. And I hate to break it to you, but if you want to continue, if you want to keep that LED light up eye feature, which I definitely do because it's awesome, definitely try and don't move the head that much, because that is what fucks with the LED light up feature. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. The head sculpt, you know what? For all intents and purposes, we're just gonna say the head sculpt doesn't really have any articulation, because if you move it, you're gonna fuck with the LED light up feature, and there isn't really much in there in the first place. Now the arms, on the other hand, you can do a full 360, but do be wary about the cloth outfit, because if you stress it too much, it could tear. Honestly, on this figure, that might not be such a big deal. In fact, that might actually look kind of cool because of the way that that this figure looks. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Definitely something to keep in mind. But definitely just be careful. You probably don't want to rip it anyway. The hands can actually do a little bit higher than 90 degrees on this particular figure, not by much, but just a little bit higher than 90 degrees, because of the fact that this isn't hindered by the retro cloth, but this isn't hindered by the outfit at all, because the hand comes out of the rips right here, which is pretty darn cool. And then the hands can swivel, they can go up, they can go up like that, and they can go down like that on a hinge, which is pretty nice. Now the waist is just like the Herbert West figure. It does have that same joint at the waist, which I actually prefer in the retro cloth figures, because it allows for better movement in the legs instead of having to rotate the legs forward like you have to do on most retro cloth figures. So I do prefer this, but you can't really get that much upward. This is about as much upward as you can get. I mean, if you move them both, you can, but you can't get them independently. That's about as much as you can get. But independently, you can actually only get about... Actually, no, you can get about the same. So, very nice there. And then the knees can bend about 90 degrees, a little bit less maybe just no, it's actually quite a bit less now that I look at it here, as you can see here, because I can't get it to bend any more than that. And then the feet can go up and can go down a little bit, just like that. And there are no peg holes on this one. So, there you go. That is your articulation. Now for comparison. Oh, almost forgot. There's also some rotation here at the legs, so definitely also something to note. And I don't think, yeah, there is a little bit down here as well. Oh no, never mind. There is not any rotation in the boot here. It's just at the base of the legs up here. Now for comparison, let's start with some 8-inch retro cloth comparisons. Here he is with the 8-inch retro cloth Herbert West from Reanimator. Here he is with the 8-inch retro cloth Ghostface. Here he is with the 8-inch retro cloth Valak. Here he is with the 8-inch retro cloth Nightbreed Dr. Decker. Here he is with the retro cloth male alien from They Live. 2 John Carpenter movies, and why don't we bring in one more, shall we? And there we go, here he is with my custom 1978 Michael Myers, and now we have kind of a John Carpenter collection going on right here, looking pretty darn awesome. Now we just need a Thing figure, and let's see, what else? Definitely a Thing figure. Dang, give me a second. You know what's a John Carpenter movie that I feel is really underrated, that I personally really like and would love a figure from? Vampires. If you guys have never seen John Carpenter's Vampires, definitely check that out. We should get a figure of that one, because I like that movie a lot. But yeah, this is our John Carpenter collection so far, and I think it's pretty sweet. Definitely looking forward to maybe in the future getting some more. And one last 8-inch retro cloth comparison. Here he is with the Stooge from the Night of the Demons 2-pack. Alright, now for ultimate comparisons. Here he is with the Ultimate Freddy vs. Jason Voorhees. Here he is with the Ultimate Part 3 Freddy Krueger. Here he is with the 1990 version 2 Pennywise. Here he is with the Ultimate Leatherface. Here he is with the Ultimate Ash. Here he is with the Ultimate Sam. Here he is with the Hellraiser Series 1 Pinhead. Here he is with the Ultimate Crooked Man. And here he is with the Cult Classic Series 5 Jigsaw. Here he is with the Ultimate Chucky. And lastly, here he is with the McFarlane Movie Maniacs, Norman Bates. Alrighty, now for our showcase. So, final verdict on the John Carpenter's The Fog 8-inch retro cloth figure. This is a sweet figure. I like this one a lot. The LED light up eyes really makes it something special, honestly. It's a pretty sweet figure. I love the outfit. I love all the tattered looks and I love all the tattering, and I love the rips in the sleeves. I love the sword, and the sheath looks fantastic. The strap going around the body is awesome. And the boots as well just look fantastic. This card is really awesome as well. This is yet another absolutely awesome retro cloth figure that I would highly recommend picking up if you are a fan of the movie. This is an absolutely awesome figure. My final verdict on him is going to be a 9 out of 10. I think he's absolutely phenomenal. I would give him a 10 out of 10 if it wasn't for the fact that the LED light up eyes are as awesome as they are. They're also a bit fidgety, and they're a little bit difficult because when I first got out of the box, I did have to finick with it a little bit to get them actually working properly. But now that they work properly, absolutely awesome figure. If you like the Fog, absolutely get this figure. This is an absolutely awesome figure. If I could say absolutely more times, that would be lovely, wouldn't it be? But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more NECA and figure reviews. And this is EK Guillotine, signing out.